for our safety, we must be apart, yet as San Diegans, we are going to get through this together. Today we are here with a very important message for our community. The City of San Diego is acting swiftly to help those in need. The COVID-19 outbreak, of course, is an unprecedented public health crisis, but it is also creating an unprecedented economic crisis. Work is slowing down, and businesses are shutting their doors in compliance with public health orders. Coronavirus is having a serious effect on our economy, and it is going to have an impact on the livelihood of all San Diego residents, families, and small businesses. So we know as jobs disappear, rent payments do not. That's why we are taking action. During this public health emergency, no San Diegan should have to worry about losing their home, and no business should have to worry about losing their lease. Just moments ago, the City Council, with my strong backing, voted in support of a temporary eviction moratorium related to COVID-19. This follows the state's declaration last night, which suspends any restrictions that would stand in the way of cities offering eviction relief. We have moved quickly. The next step is that the city attorney will be working with my staff and the council president's staff to draft a law that will be in effect at least through the end of May. And here is what city residents and businesses should expect. San Diegans will be protected from any eviction or foreclosure due to a loss of income or substantial medical expenses that is caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. I want to be clear about what this law will do and what it will not do. This law would not relieve a tenant of their requirement to pay rent or restrict a landlord's ability to recover rent at a future time. But it will relieve thousands of San Diego families and small businesses who may find themselves facing financial hardship. We understand that this proposal requires a balancing of the interests of tenants, landlords, and lenders. And our goal is to create an ordinance that recognizes one thing, that we are all in this together. In addition, my office will continue to explore additional relief measures, engage with our federal, state, and private sector partners, including financial institutions, as this situation continues to evolve. In addition to this economic relief action, the City Council also ratified the state of emergency that I declared last week. As a reminder, this declaration allows us to act swiftly without unnecessary restrictions as we respond to situations that are related to COVID-19. I want to thank my City Council colleagues for their strong support today. And we will continue to reissue it as long as necessary to get through this crisis. I also want to thank all of our restaurants, nightclubs, and bars that have heeded the executive order I issued yesterday. As a reminder, starting today, an emergency order is in effect that includes the following. All bars and nightclubs are closed to the public. Dining in restaurants is prohibited, and they are limited only to delivery, pickup, or drive-through. Gatherings of 50 or more people are not allowed. And our city restrictions on the hours that vehicles can deliver food to grocery stores has been removed. We all know that this isn't easy, but taking these preventative actions will only help keep all members of the public safe and healthy. That is the goal of everything that we are doing. I want to reiterate that these emergency orders are not optional. We had foot teams from the San Diego Police Department out on the ground last night educating the public, educating business owners. And they are prepared to enforce these orders on any establishment that does not follow the mandate. But I want to tell you, in speaking to Chief Nislight, thanking so many that are complying, that understand the spirit of this, and really all San Diegans have really come together. Before I hand it over to City Council President Gomez, I want to say that we are going to continue to provide updates as they become available. San Diegans can find the latest updates regarding COVID-19 cases and directives from our San Diego County public health officials at www.coronavirus.com. And for the latest update on City of San Diego, you can go to the city's website as well. I want to thank everybody. Again, I want to thank the City Council for their swift action today. We are moving together as one entity with one goal. How are we going to protect people, keep them healthy and safe, and as you can see by today's swift action, take actions that help people with their finances. It's incredibly important for all of us. With that, I'd like to turn it over to our City Council President, Georgette Gomez. President Gomez?
Thank you, Mayor. And I'm very proud to be standing here with the mayor and working together closely and making sure that we're moving our city forward. As I stated when I started our emergency council meeting, I made mention that we are dealing with a presidential crisis that we're still trying to figure out how to move forward. So we're reacting as that situation is in front of us. But I want to reassure to the residents of San Diego that we are working hard, diligently, and making sure that we're creating the proper policies to address some of the anxiety that is occurring because of this crisis that we're facing. We're hoping that today's actions will really appease folks by ensuring that we protect people from continuing to have shelter and continue to have a roof over their heads. Today's action by my colleagues and support of the mayor really is to ensure that San Diegans feel that we're reacting to what's in front of us. This is not just a healthcare issue, but it's also an economic crisis that we're addressing. So today's actions is reflective of the economic impact that we're seeing and that we're going to continue to see occur. So today, by implementing a moratorium on evictions, not only for tenants, but also working closely with the landlords and our business community, is a response to what we're trying to do, which is create a safe community of San Diego that is keeping San Diegans safe, but also ensuring, because our economy is getting impacted as we speak, that people don't fear of losing their homes, whether they're renting or they're owners. We want to make sure that people feel that we're doing our best efforts in ensuring that we're creating a safe space and we're acting as leaders to ensure that we're keeping our community safe. We are committed and working together, and as the mayor stated, we're working hand in hand, the council and the mayor, in making sure that we're moving forward with one voice. So I'm happy that we've been able to act fast, and we're going to continue working diligently to ensure that we're addressing this crisis. I really want to thank the media for working with us and making sure that we are addressing and communicating to the residents of San Diego to reassure that we are doing everything as quickly as possible to really create a safe and address this crisis that is in front of us. So thank you, and once again, I want to really thank the mayor for working with my office and making sure that we're communicating, but more importantly, that we're taking action and adopting the policies necessary to ensure that we're bringing resources to our community. So thank you once again.
Thank you, Council President. Be happy to answer any questions. Yeah, we'll be putting that in the ordinance, and like I said, we'll be working immediately. We hope to bring back the ordinance in the next week or two to have all of the specifics. Working with not only our landlords, our small business, people have recognized that San Diego families are hurting. This relief is incredibly important to be able to keep that roof over your head. This is incredibly difficult times, but yet it requires the actions that we are taking today. And I can tell you, based upon the strong support, people understand the emergency. We've never been through anything like this. That's why it's so important to those that are watching at home to know that they will not have that eviction.
Mayor, has the city had any discussions at the local or federal level, state level, about shutting down the border with Mexico? And also, has there been any discussion about limited interstate travel, either by ground or by air?
We're in constant contact with our federal partners, our state partners on both any domestic issues and obviously cooperation with our Mexican neighbors to the south. And we will continue to have all of those discussions. Our main focus, of course, has been all of the efforts that we are doing here in San Diego to keep people safe. But we continue to work with all of our state partners and our federal partners. It's an evolving situation.
Northern California has imposed fairly draconian measures of locking down 6 counties. I'm
Yeah.
sure you're familiar.
I am.
How close are we to that?
You know, we're going to continue to do what we've done, which is follow the advice and the directives of our county health officials. I can't stress enough how important that is, that we're working as one city, as one region, and not with separate voices. And so this is an evolving situation. We're seeing what's happening in other California counties. We will continue to act on, as I said, with one voice based upon the facts that we have here in San Diego. We're prepared to make changes if we need to, but that's why we're in constant contact, again, ensuring we're doing everything that we can locally. Again, that these mandates are not optional. They're done with one goal, to keep people separated, to help slow down the spread of this virus. And that's why it's so important that all San Diegans observe them. And I can tell you from the feedback that we got from our police department last night, particularly out in some of our spots that are normally packed with people, people are observing it. That's what we need to do, and I can't stress that enough to all San Diegans. Now is the time to do social distancing. Stay at home. People are heeding this directive. That's how we're going to slow the spread of this virus. And as I said, to see the support across the city, we're going to continue to push hard for that.
Mr. Mayor, is there a red line where you move toward draconian measures like we're seeing in San Francisco? Is there a turning point with you?
Yeah, no, that one thing that we've known throughout this crisis, we have to be able to react quickly. We have to be able to react to the facts of the ground. We reacted very quickly today in terms of economics for folks that we know need that help in terms of rents. We will continue to work in close partners with the county public health officials on any additional changes that we need to make in the city of San Diego, the county of San Diego. As I said, speaking with one voice, and this is a fluid situation. We all know that. It's changing literally day by day, but we're prepared. All of the steps that we have taken and will continue to take are done to do it calmly, thoughtfully, working with all of the best information that we have with our healthcare professionals, and we will continue to move together in that fashion.
One more time, this moratorium, I'm sorry, who does this relate to? You said this does not leave other people paying their bills, it's just people who lost their jobs.
Anybody who gets, put that moratorium on evictions for anything that is COVID-19 related due to this crisis in terms of economic crisis.
So that means essentially people who lost their jobs.
Exactly right. And in fact, we will be interacting with so many of folks in our business community, residential community, to get the word out as this is put together here in the coming days. But we want people to know that that relief is coming.
One more time also in terms of just businesses, I know you're talking about this law that they have to shut down. We've been hearing that certain businesses have not shut down, so casinos still operating also. You've got strip clubs supposedly that are still operating.
We've had remarkable compliance in the city of San Diego thus far in all the mandates. I will continue to ensure that that happens. Our police department is out on the streets last night. They will be out this afternoon, today, ensuring compliance with all the bars and restaurants. So far, again, as I've said, it's been remarkable.
There were some other communities in that relief package, including the homeless, undocumented immigrants that it also impacted. Could you talk a little bit about why they were so important to be included as part of this?
Yeah, I mean, look, we've spent a lot of time, particularly on, and rightfully so, on protecting those in our homeless community. Not only the work that we've done with our bridge shelters, the county public health nurses that are out there, the foot teams that are going to be out there, are out there. We're taking extraordinary precautions on education, on screenings, again, because we know particularly those with underlying health conditions are most vulnerable. And so that's why we've put an extraordinary amount of effort for all of the right reasons. Not only for our homeless individuals, as I said, in our bridge shelters, but also increasingly out on the streets all throughout the city of San Diego.
This is pretty radical. How do you find who is going to eventually end up paying for this? If people get 2 months, 3 months behind their bills and then return back on their spigot, how are these funds going to make it?
Yeah, and those are and those are all of the discussions that we were having, not only at the federal level, in terms of federal relief that will help us locally, at the state level, which is ongoing yesterday and today. And again, for our ability to take action swiftly, why it was so important to myself, to Council President Gomez, is to send that very clear message to San Diegans in a time of worry. This is not something you're going to have to worry about in terms of evictions. We want to be very clear about that. Time for one more question, perhaps? With that, again, the Council President and I will be available for any questions one-on-one. Appreciate all your help and support. And again, I want to thank our San Diego neighbors, our residents, for really coming together, heeding these directives. We will continue with further updates, and we will continue to get through this together, because we will get through this. Thank you.